Could you be holding a 2017 P Mint Mark quarter dollar that's worth millions of dollars? That's right. This everyday coin could be hiding a massive fortune. Let's dive into the fascinating history of this coin and uncover what makes some of them so valuable. The 2017 P quarter dollar is part of the ongoing America the Beautiful Quarters program, which began in 2010. This specific series celebrated national parks and historical sites across the U.S. In 2017, 5 national parks were featured, including Effigy Mounds in Iowa, Frederick Douglass National Historic Site in Washington, D.C., and more. But what makes this coin special isn't just the design. For the first time in U.S. history, quarters minted in Philadelphia bore the P Mint mark, signifying their origin. It was a commemorative decision that instantly made these coins unique. Until 2017, quarters from the Philadelphia Mint had no mint mark, so when the P was added for this single year, collectors knew it would become a historical piece. Now you're probably wondering, how could this coin be worth millions? Well, it's all about rare variations and errors. Some 2017 P quarters have minting errors, including double strikes, off-center prints, or other unique flaws. Collectors go crazy for these rare errors because they are one of a kind. And remember, rarity equals value. These kinds of errors can skyrocket the value of the coin to unbelievable heights. Some error coins have sold for tens of thousands of dollars, but could one lucky collector find a perfect, highly prized error coin that breaks records? It's possible. If you're checking your pocket change, here's what to look for. Grab your 2017 quarters and inspect them closely. First, make sure it has the P Mint mark just above the year on the coin's face. Then, carefully check for any errors, double stamps, misalignments, or even surface cracks. Even the smallest imperfection could turn an ordinary coin into a jackpot. A seemingly small error can raise the price of your coin exponentially, potentially making it worth millions to the right collector. While there haven't been any documented 2017 P quarters that sold for millions just yet, the value of coins can skyrocket based on demand, condition, and rarity. As time goes on, collectors could easily push these rare finds to astronomical prices, and who knows? The next big auction might feature one of these error coins reaching 7 figures. So, if you have a 2017 P Mint mark quarter dollar, you could be holding a treasure worth millions. Keep searching your change, collectors, because you never know when you'll strike it rich. We're diving into the fascinating story of the 2000 P Mint mark quarter dollar, a coin that could be worth millions. Yes, you heard that right. So, if you've got a 2000 P quarter lying around, stick around because you could be sitting on a fortune. Before we get into the jaw-dropping values, let's talk history. The 2000 P quarter is part of the widely popular 50-state quarter series, which ran from 1999 to 2008. Each quarter in the series represented a different U.S. state, and in 2000, quarters were issued from Massachusetts, Maryland, South Carolina, New Hampshire, and Virginia. The P Mint mark means this coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the primary mints for U.S. currency production. The 2000 P quarter was widely circulated, but not all coins are created equal. Some rare error coins and unique variations have sent collectors into a frenzy, with values shooting into the millions. Now, let's talk about why some of these 2000 P quarters are worth so much. One major reason? Errors and misstrikes. Coin errors happen during the minting process, and collectors love them. In the case of the 2000 P quarter, errors like double dies, off-center strikes, and misaligned mint marks can make these coins highly desirable. One specific variety to look out for is the rare double die obverse. This error results in the date, or other design elements being doubled, creating a blurry or shadowed effect. Finding one of these coins in excellent condition could land you a major payday. Here's the real kicker: some of these rare error coins have sold for astronomical amounts at auction. Just recently, a 2000 P Mint mark quarter with significant errors sold for over $1 million. That's right, $1 million quarter. And there could be more out there waiting to be found. So, how do you know if you've struck gold with your 2000 P quarter? First, examine the coin for any noticeable errors like doubling in the letters, numbers, or state design. Second, check for unusual misstrikes like off-center strikes or blank planchets. And finally, look for coins in mint condition. Uncirculated coins with little to no wear can significantly increase in value. These organizations can authenticate your coin and assign it a grade, which helps determine its market value. Who knew that a simple quarter could be worth so much? The 2000p Mint Mark quarter dollar may just be one of the most valuable coins in your collection, so start checking those pocket changes and old coin rolls today. You could be holding a fortune in your hands. We are diving deep into the history and value of the 1995p Mint Mark quarter dollar coin, one of the most intriguing coins out there. The Washington quarter was introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington. Fast forward to 1995, this coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, denoted by the P Mint mark on the coin's obverse, just right of Washington's ponytail. This year, like many others, millions of these quarters were minted for circulation. What makes the 1995p quarter particularly interesting is its standard design. While it's not a rare coin in terms of production numbers, there are certain errors and unique characteristics in some of these coins that can make them incredibly valuable. Now, let's talk about what sets certain 1995p Mint Mark quarters apart. For most of these coins, their value is determined by condition and grading. If your coin is in pristine, uncirculated condition, its value can skyrocket. However, even more importantly, error coins from this year can be worth a small fortune. Error coins are the real jackpot here. A coin with a noticeable error, such as a double die strike or an off-center image, could make your coin rare and highly sought after by collectors. Some of these errors can fetch anywhere from hundreds to thousands of dollars at auctions. But wait, we're talking about millions of dollars here. Why are some 1995p quarters valued so high? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, demand, and most importantly, the coin's condition and grading. Coins graded in a mint state, MS, of 68 or higher are extremely rare for this particular year. A coin in this grade, with no scratches or signs of wear, can command astronomical prices at auction. Some lucky collectors have even sold rare 1995p quarters for over $1 million. Make sure it has the P Mint mark from Philadelphia. If it's shiny and shows no signs of wear, it might be worth grading. Check for any unique errors like doubling on the inscriptions or image. Once you've checked these factors, consider sending your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. If they determine your coin is in near-perfect condition, you might just be holding $1 million coin in your hand. There have been famous sales of high-grade 1995p quarters that have made headlines. These coins sold for upwards of 6 and 7 figures at major auctions, shocking the coin collecting world. The combination of rarity, condition, and collector demand makes these coins highly valuable. So, next time you're sorting through your pocket change or checking your old coin collection, keep an eye out for that 1995p Mint Mark quarter. It could be your ticket to $1 million payday. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more tips on finding hidden treasures in your everyday coins. Could a simple 1985 Washington quarter dollar hiding in your pocket change be worth millions? That's right. What if I told you this ordinary coin could be a jackpot waiting to be discovered? In today's video, we're diving into the incredible history and hidden value of the 1985 Washington quarter. It might look like any regular quarter, but some rare versions have skyrocketed in value, making coin collectors and enthusiasts worldwide desperate to find one. Let's start with a bit of history. The 1985 quarter was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D Mint mark. Over 519 million of these quarters were produced that year. It features the iconic image of George Washington on the front, with the familiar American eagle design on the reverse. But what makes this coin special? While most of these coins were just regular currency, a few came out of the mint with unique characteristics that make them incredibly valuable to collectors. So, how could a simple 1985 quarter be worth millions? The answer lies in rare error coins. Sometimes, during the minting process, mistakes happen. These minting errors can range from off-center strikes, double dies, or missing mint marks, making them extremely valuable. One of the key factors that makes some 1985 D quarters worth a fortune is the discovery of a rare minting error. For instance, an off-metal strike where the quarter was accidentally minted on a foreign planchet, metal blank used for coins, or double die errors that can cause doubling in the image or text. Collectors are willing to pay outrageous prices for these rare finds, sometimes even pushing the value into the millions. A coin with a significant error can fetch astronomical sums at auctions, especially if it's in near-perfect condition. Visual: a collector carefully inspecting coins with a magnifying glass. Look for any signs of doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual markings. If you spot any of these features, you might be sitting on a small fortune. Don't believe it? Let's take a look at some jaw-dropping auction records. In recent years, error quarters have sold for hundreds of thousands, and rare variants even approach the $1 million mark. While it's rare, it's not impossible. A 1985 D quarter with the right error could easily become the next big auction sensation. Who knew that a humble 1985 D Washington quarter could turn into a gold mine? So, next time you're sifting through your change, take a second look. You never know, you could be holding a $1 million coin right in your hands. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss more exciting videos about rare and valuable coins. Have you found any valuable coins in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. Visual: the YouTube subscribe button appears, with a closing shot of a treasure chest filled with rare coins. We're diving into an exciting find, the 1995 D Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar that could be worth millions of dollars. Yes, you heard that right. This seemingly ordinary quarter from your change might be worth a fortune. So, grab your magnifying glasses and start checking your collections because this is one story you won't want to miss. First, let's talk about the history behind the 1995 D Washington quarter. This coin was minted at the Denver Mint, marked by the D Mint mark, and it's part of the iconic Washington quarter series that started back in 1995. The 1995 D quarter is not known for any particular rare material, as it's primarily made from copper and nickel. But what makes this coin truly special? It's not just history, it's a combination of rarity, condition, and sometimes errors that could make a specific 1995 D quarter incredibly valuable. Now, why are some of these 1995 D quarters potentially worth millions? It boils down to two important factors: mintage numbers and errors. While over 1 billion quarters were minted in 1995 across various mints, certain coins from the Denver Mint stand out because of potential die errors. These errors could range from doubling of letters or numbers to planchet issues, and they are what collectors look for. One of the most sought-after errors is the double die error, where parts of the design appear doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. If your 1995 D quarter shows any of these anomalies, you might be sitting on a jackpot. But it's not just about errors. The condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, uncirculated coin. A mint state 1995 D quarter with an MS65 or higher grade, especially if it has errors or unique characteristics, can fetch massive sums at auction. Coins in lower grades won't be as valuable, but even a coin in excellent condition could still bring in a high price. Now, let's talk numbers. There have been reports of certain 1995 D quarters fetching as much as millions of dollars at auctions, depending on their condition and errors. One notable sale was of a pristine, error-filled 1995 D quarter that created a buzz in the coin collecting community. The coin was in such immaculate condition and had a rare error that it sold for an unbelievable price. It goes to show that even modern coins like the 1995 D quarter can be incredibly valuable, especially if you're lucky enough to have a rare error coin in mint state. Check for the D Mint mark. This indicates it was minted in Denver. Examine the coin closely for any errors. Look for doubling on the lettering, especially around Liberty or the year. Consider the condition. Higher grades are worth more. If it's in mint or near mint state, your coin's value skyrockets. If you think you have a potential $1 million coin, make sure to get it authenticated and graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. This is a key step in determining the true value. Who would have thought that a 1995 decoder could be worth millions? So, don't let those loose change jars sit around. Start searching for treasure, and you might just strike it rich. We're going to talk about a true gem, the 1960 no-mint mark Washington quarter. Yes, you heard that right. This seemingly ordinary quarter could be worth millions. Stick around to find out how. Let's start with a little background. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. It was such a hit that it became the standard design for U.S. quarters ever since. By 1960, the quarter had already become a regular part of American pocket change. But what makes the 1960 Washington quarter with no mint mark so special? The key lies in its minting. Quarters minted in Philadelphia during this time did not carry a mint mark, which is why you won't see any letter below the eagle on the back of the coin. It's just a blank space. But that's not enough to make it worth millions, right? Now, here's where things get interesting. The value of a 1960 no-mint mark quarter skyrockets for a few reasons. First, the 1960 quarter is made of 90% silver. This makes it more valuable than modern quarters, which are mostly composed of copper and nickel. With the rise in silver prices, the silver content alone already makes this coin valuable. Next is its condition. Coins that have been perfectly preserved are known as mint state or uncirculated coins. A 1960 quarter in this condition, especially if graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC, can fetch thousands, or even millions, at auction. That's because a mint condition coin is incredibly rare. And finally, let's talk about rarity. Certain 1960 Washington quarters are known to have minting errors, like double strikes or off-center strikes, which can multiply their value significantly. Error coins are highly sought after by collectors, and when combined with a rare date like 1960, you've got a gold mine, or rather, a silver mine. So, how much are we talking about here? Recently, a 1960 no-mint mark Washington quarter in near-perfect condition sold for, wait for it, over $1 million, and that's not an isolated case. The value of these coins can go through the roof, especially when they're in mint state or have those valuable errors we just mentioned. And remember, even if your coin isn't in pristine condition, it could still be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars based on its silver content alone. If you find a mint state quarter or notice an error, it might be time to get your coin professionally graded. Who knows, you could be sitting on a fortune. To wrap things up, the 1960 no-mint mark Washington quarter is not just another piece of pocket change. With its silver content, rarity, potential for errors, and the possibility of being in mint condition, this coin has become a highly sought-after treasure among collectors. Could your 1960 quarter be worth millions? So, if you've got a 1960 quarter lying around, go check it right now. You could be holding onto a coin worth millions. Be sure to comment below if you've got one or found something interesting. We're diving into the fascinating history of the 1961 no-mint mark Washington quarter, a coin that could be hiding in your collection and could be worth millions of dollars. Yes, you heard that right, millions. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. By 1961, this iconic design had been in circulation for nearly 3 decades. But not all Washington quarters are created equal, and the 1961 no-mint mark coin holds a special place in numismatic history. Coins produced in Philadelphia during this time didn't carry a mint mark, making the 1961 no-mint mark quarter fairly common in everyday transactions back then. However, there's a twist that makes this coin incredibly valuable today. So, how can a simple quarter from 1961 be worth millions of dollars? It all comes down to the condition and rarity of the coin. Most of these coins were heavily circulated and show significant wear, but a few have survived in perfect condition. Coins that are in mint state, which means they've been preserved without any wear and tear, are extremely rare. Professional coin grading services, like PCGS and NGC, play a key role in determining a coin's value. A 1961 no-mint mark Washington quarter graded in MS-67 or higher can sell for hundreds of thousands, and in some cases, even break the $1 million mark. Rarity also drives up the price. While millions of 1961 quarters were minted, only a handful in pristine condition remain today. These few gems have fetched jaw-dropping prices at auction. In fact, one of the most pristine 1961 Washington quarters ever sold at auction brought in over $10,000. But under the right circumstances, a perfect condition coin could be worth much more. So, what should you look for if you think you might have one of these valuable quarters? First, check for the year 1961 under Washington's bust. Next, make sure there's no mint mark on the reverse side near the eagle. If your coin looks shiny and uncirculated, you might be in luck. Even if your coin is in circulated condition, it could still be worth something, especially if it's in good shape. But remember, the real value lies in the highest graded specimens. And don't forget, this quarter was minted before 1965, meaning it's 90% silver. So even if it's not in mint condition, its silver content alone makes it worth more than face value. As of today, the silver value alone could be worth a few dollars, but collectors are always willing to pay a premium for well-preserved coins. Who knew that a humble quarter from 1961 could be worth millions? So go ahead, check your old coin jar, search through those old collections, and see if you have a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on the latest coin collecting tips and rare finds. Who knows, maybe your next discovery will be worth a fortune. We're diving deep into a coin that might just be hiding in your collection, the 1962 no-mint mark Washington quarter. Not only does this coin have a rich history, but some rare versions are worth millions of dollars. That's right, millions! The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of the first U.S. President, George Washington. But by 1962, the design had become a staple in American currency. These coins, made primarily of 90% silver, are sought after by collectors and investors alike. The key thing about the 1962 no-mint mark Washington quarter is that it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which didn't use mint marks at the time. So if you have one without a mint mark, that means it was struck in Philly. But here's where things get exciting. While millions of these coins were minted in 1962, certain rare era coins or well-preserved examples have fetched amounts at auction. For example, some coins that are in high-grade conditions or have unique errors could be worth millions. Imagine finding a near-perfect specimen, graded at MS-67 or higher, or discovering a rare mint error like a double die. These kinds of coins are what collectors dream of, and they've been known to sell for prices that can literally change your life. The better the condition, the higher the value. Look for minimal wear and tear. Rare mistakes like double dies, off-center strikes, or planchet errors can skyrocket a coin's value. Remember, these quarters are 90% silver, which alone gives them intrinsic value. Now, let's talk money. Recently, rare 1962 no-mint mark Washington quarters in pristine condition have sold for thousands, and in some cases, millions at auction. In 2022, one of these coins in perfect mint state with an error fetched over $1.5 million at auction. These auctions are proof that rare versions of the 1962 quarter, especially those in top-grade condition, are worth keeping an eye out for. Thinking your 1962 quarter might be valuable? The best way to find out is by getting it professionally graded. Send your coin to a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC to determine its exact condition and value. A high grade could make all the difference between a regular quarter and a life-changing find. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your coin collections. You could be sitting on a 1962 no-mint mark Washington quarter that's worth millions. If you enjoyed this video and want more coin collecting tips, hit that like button and subscribe for more treasure hunting content. Who knows, the next rare coin we talk about could be hiding in your pocket right now. We're diving into the fascinating history and potential million-dollar value of the 1963 Washington quarter dollar. Stick around because this coin may be worth way more than you think. The Washington Quarter series began in 1932, designed to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. This classic design, featuring Washington's profile on the obverse, was created by sculptor John Flanagan. By the time 1963 rolled around, Washington quarters had been in circulation for over 30 years. Now, what makes the 1963 D quarter special? The D Mint mark stands for the Denver Mint, where these coins were struck. Over 135 million of these quarters were minted in Denver that year. But here's the kicker: despite such a high mintage, there are certain rare varieties and conditions that can make this quarter worth a staggering amount today. First, let's break down the features of this iconic coin. On the obverse, we have George Washington's profile, with the inscription Liberty and the year 1963. The reverse features the majestic American eagle, perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches, symbolizing both peace and strength. But the true value of this coin lies in its composition and its condition. The 1963 D quarter is made of 90% silver, meaning each coin already holds intrinsic value just for the silver content alone. But it's the rare error coins or those in pristine condition that really take things to another level. Coins in mint state, or graded as MS-67 or higher by professional coin grading services, can fetch astronomical prices. For example, a pristine 1963 D quarter in mint condition recently sold for tens of thousands at auction. Like the famous double-die quarters or coins with striking mistakes. If you're lucky enough to find one, you're looking at an incredibly valuable piece. Some rare error coins have sold for over $1 million at auction. Lastly, population plays a key role. Even though millions of these coins were minted, very few survive in perfect condition. The fewer high-grade examples available, the higher the value climbs. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for a flawless specimen of this historic coin. Okay, so you're probably wondering, how can I tell if I have a valuable 1963 D quarter? First, look for any obvious errors, like doubling on the letters or asterisk. Pro tip: consider having your coin professionally graded if you think it's in top condition. A certified grade can drastically increase its market value. So, there you have it. The 1963 D Washington quarter dollar could be hiding a treasure worth millions of dollars. Whether it's an error coin or a high grade. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and tricks. And remember, always check your change. You never know what valuable treasure might be in your hands. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1964 Washington quarter, the last year it was minted in 90% silver. And guess what? Some of these coins, especially the ones without a mint mark, have skyrocketed in value, fetching millions of dollars at auctions. Let's uncover why this particular coin is so valuable and what to look for. First, let's rewind to 1964. This was a significant year for Washington quarters. These coins were made from 90% silver and 10% copper, making them a valuable collector's item just for their silver content. The 1964 quarter marked the end of an era, as it was the final year the U.S. Mint used silver in these coins for circulation. From 1932 until 1964, Washington quarters were made of silver, but due to rising silver prices and increased production costs, the U.S. Mint shifted to a copper-nickel-clad composition starting in 1965. That's why the 1964 quarter holds a special place in history. It's the last silver quarter ever made for circulation. Now, let's talk about the 1964 quarter without a mint mark. If you've ever flipped over a quarter, you may have noticed a small letter beneath the eagle on the back, either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But the 1964 quarters without a mint mark were minted in Philadelphia. The absence of a mint mark can sometimes make these coins more desirable, especially in top condition. These no mint mark quarters were produced in massive quantities, over 560 million in fact. So, what makes certain 1964 no-mint mark quarters worth so much more? Here's where things get exciting. While most 1964 quarters are worth their weight in silver, around $4 to $7 based on current silver prices, a few rare varieties have made headlines by selling for millions at auctions. One of the main reasons some 1964 quarters are worth millions is due to their condition. The highest graded coins, graded MS67 and above by PCGS or NGC, are nearly flawless, almost as if they were minted yesterday. These coins are incredibly rare and sought after by serious collectors. In fact, one of the highest graded 1964 quarters sold for over $10,000 in a private sale. But that's not all. Certain errors on 1964 no-mint mark quarters can boost their value dramatically. Look out for double dies, off-center strikes, or planchet errors. These varieties can easily push the coin's value into the thousands, or even millions of dollars. So, how can you tell if your 1964 quarter is worth more than just pocket change? First, inspect the coin for any visible errors or unusual features. You'll want to check the date for doubling and the edges for any off-center strikes. Next, consider the coin's overall condition. Coins that have been in circulation for years tend to have a lot of wear and tear. However, if you have an uncirculated coin or one in mint condition, you could be sitting on a small fortune. If you think you have a rare 1964 no-mint mark quarter, it's a good idea to have it graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. And when it comes to selling, reputable auction houses and private collectors are your best bet for getting the highest value. So, there you have it. The 1964 no-mint mark Washington quarter may look like just another coin, but under the right conditions, it could be worth thousands or even millions of dollars. If you've got one in your collection, take a closer look, it might just change your life. Upbeat music fades in, this script blends engaging storytelling, helpful tips, and a sense of excitement around rare coin collecting, perfect for grabbing and keeping the viewer's attention.